the center of the gaming universe.
Today on X-Play, we review Sins of the Solar Empire, the explosive new real-time strategy game where the galaxy is yours for the taking. Plus, we give you an exclusive sneak peek at tomorrow's zero punctuation review of SimCity Societies. And in our preview of FIFA Street 3, you'll see how the world's most popular sport is faster and more unpredictable than ever. Get off the bench. It's game time.
Hello and welcome to X-Play. I'm Adam Sessler coming to you from the G4 studios in Los Angeles on Tuesday, February 12th. On today's show, we throw diplomacy out the window and take over the universe in our review of Sins of a Solar Empire. Plus, Pro Gamer T Squared has some Halo 3 tips that will make you an elite Spartan in no time. And we'll put Savage 2 under the microscope with our review. But first, let's go over to Morgan, who has all of the day's latest headlines in our gaming update.
Thanks, Adam. It's official, Mass Effect is coming to the PC this May. The game has been redesigned for port and will feature fully customizable controls, high-resolution visuals, an updated inventory screen, and a new decryption minigame. Madden fans will be pleased to hear that Electronic Arts has extended their exclusive agreement with the NFL and the Players Association for another 3 years. The extension affects all of EA's football franchises and will last throughout the 2012 season. EA Sports President Peter Moore, who recently celebrated the launch of his new blog, is planning to expand the NFL license beyond Madden by further exploring casual gaming on the Wii and the popularity of fantasy football. Super Smash Bros. Brawl has sold over 1 million copies in Japan. The impressive sales number was reached a short 2 weeks after the game's release, making it the fastest-selling Wii game to date. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is currently on track for release here in the US on March 9th, and we're pretty sure it'll sell a few copies here too. The newest installment of the Banjo-Kazooie franchise popped up in a recent interview with Shane Kim, head of Microsoft Game Studios. During the interview, Kim mentions how he thinks Banjo is going to be a big hit for the 360 this holiday. Now, we've since contacted Microsoft, who was able to confirm that the next installment in the popular Banjo franchise is still on target for 2008. Now, that's all for today's gaming update, and you can always get the latest news and video game headlines on the go right on your iPod with the Gaming Update podcast, one of iTunes' best podcasts of 2007. Head on over to g4tv.com/podcast to subscribe. But now, let's go over to Adam, who has our latest review.
Thank you, Morgan. In Ironclad's new RTS, Sins of a Solar Empire.
As much fun as I'm having playing Sins of a Solar Empire, it might not be your cup of tea. But don't worry, there are plenty of great strategy games out there. In today's X list, we look at the current top 5 sellers. At number 5, we've got the StarCraft Battle Chest. The original game was released almost 10 years ago, and it still sells. People just love the Zerg, I guess. Number 4 is Command & Conquer 3, Kane's Wrath. And believe me, you do not want to invoke Kane's Wrath. I ate his Pop-Tarts once in college, and he was not happy.
At number 3, we find the game we just reviewed, Sins of the Solar Empire. In this title, a bunch of hippies derive their power from crystals. Number 2 is Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, because apparently the first Battle for Middle-earth didn't solve anything.
And number 1 is our smallest strategy game, Advance Wars Days of Ruin. The bleak future presented in this game makes the road look like a Disney musical.
Coming up on X-Play, Pro Gamer T Squared is back for another round of Halo 3 Pro Tips. Then, who needs periods anyway? We've got an exclusive preview from the Escapist zero punctuation review of SimCity Societies. Plus, shin guards are a must in our preview of FIFA Street 3. Brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Navy, accelerating your life.
Hey, Tim?
G4 is like a clan of plasma pixies who satisfy your every entertainment indulgence. You know, kinda.
My question's regarding World of Warcraft. Doesn't it feel like more and more every day it overshadows a lot of great MMOs like Final Fantasy Online and Tabula Rasa? And even more so, don't you feel like it gets a little too much credit?
Welcome back to X-Play. Thanks for your question, Trevor. I didn't know Final Fantasy Online was considered a great MMO.
Yeah, definitely not by us, not by us. But there are other MMOs out there. Obviously, there's Tabula Rasa, as you said, and there's City of Heroes. You know,
and these games are very popular, and they're very popular with their own audiences, their own niche audiences. People love these games.
But the fact is, 10 million people are playing World of Warcraft.
10 million people can't be wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. Or at least 10 million people are seeing something that is definitely in excess to what a lot of the other MMOs out there are offering up.
And it's a great MMO. It's accessible. People can kind of pick it up and play and get guided through it. There's a lot of people to play with. If you've never played an MMO before, maybe you want to play with your friends.
Right.
And your friends are going to be playing World of Warcraft.
People should know it there. Just because, well, some people are talking about a game that you're not playing doesn't mean that the games you are playing are bad. It's okay.
They're good games. Except for Final Fantasy Online.
Exactly. All right. If you've been paying attention to our Halo 3 pro tip, you should be steadily increasing your skill rank. But it's not skyrocketing fast enough, you say. Well, relax. Dr. T-Squared is here with another dose of his magic medicine.
What's up? This is Tom Taylor. But you may know me as T-Squared. I'm a member of the MLG Pro team, straight ripping. I have the Halo 3 tip that'll have you fragging like a pro. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about the Halo 3 equipment. Now, one of my favorite is the power drainer. I use this to throw it at 2 or 3 enemies to take them down to no shields. You can get a triple kill, overkill, or even a kill-tacular. Now, I like using this on Construct because I throw it up the lift and let it do the dirty work for me. I also love the bubble shield. A lot of people lay the bubble shield and hide inside of it, but for me, I hide on the outside and make them my bubble bits. My all-time favorite is the regenerator. I use this just as much as an overshield or a camo. You can go a whole game without dying and get that perfection. Right in the beginning of the game, go for the regenerator. Get a close range and a long range weapon so you can pick the people off. If someone ends up in your regenerator that you don't want them to be there, be sure to melee them and don't shoot them. While they're in the regenerator, if you shoot them, their shields are just going to stay the same. But if you melee, it's twice as strong and they're going to die instantly. If you follow these tips to using the Halo 3 equipment effectively, then you're getting your nerd bird on soon, baby.
When X-Play returns, we get a glimpse of the Escapist zero punctuation review of SimCity Societies. Then it's Shirts versus Pelts and our own brutally honest review of Savage 2 for the PC. But first, let's take a look at who's the master of shootouts in today's leaderboard for NHL 08. Welcome back to X-Play. Any gamer paying attention to the net lately has heard the buzz on Ben Yahtzee Croshaw, thanks to the Escapist zero punctuation game reviews. And if you haven't heard this Brit's unique take on games, you're in for a treat. If there are any children in the room, you might want to send them out now. Might get a little burly, but we wouldn't want it any other way. X-Play has an exclusive sneak preview of tomorrow's zero punctuation review of SimCity Societies, courtesy of our friends at the Escapist.
The gist of SimCity Societies is that the emphasis is on the actual people in the city. First, you have to build places for them to live, but no one will actually move into them until you've built 4 or 5 statues or fountains around the place, the fussy plebs. Then you build places for them to work, day in, day out. Then you build entertainment venues to stop them realizing that their lives are a never-ending monotony in a walled-off bubble society run by an omnipotent cretin. Then you wait for the game to arbitrarily throw up some more money for you to do it all again. There's a degree of customization in that you can buy specific buildings that reflect a society based around capitalism, authority, art, scientific learning, existentialism, jam-making, nose-picking, but all you really need to worry about is making sure that the number of people is as close as possible to the number of jobs and that you plonk down a new cake shop every now and again to stop them moaning. Don't feel pressured, though. They're not exactly difficult to please. I set out to make a brutal authoritarian dictatorship because it makes my balls feel big, so all my workplaces were things like thought police headquarters and all the venues were propaganda theatres, and most of the gormless were still content or elated. Christ, this must be how Nazi Germany started.
That's harsh, and not necessarily our opinion, but damn funny nonetheless. Let's face it, SimCity Society's had it coming. Be sure to watch the uncut and uncensored version on the web tomorrow at escapistmagazine.com. And be sure to check X-Play each Tuesday night to catch a new sneak peek of Zero Punctuation before it hits the web. But for a review that's a little less foreign sounding, let's go over to Morgan.
Let's face it, we've messed up this.
If you like your real-time strategies a little more modern and a little more apocalyptic, you might want to check out Robocalypse. Fledgling developers Bogster Entertainment have developed a Nintendo DS title that they claim is the handheld's first true RTS. Here's an exclusive look at the game's trailer.
Handheld gaming's biggest thrill sensation ever. The greatest threat mankind has ever known. Robocalypse. When AI routines of household appliances are accidentally mixed with advanced military robots, disaster ensues. It's the end of time. It's the Robocalypse. A humble toaster logic programmer. A beautiful scientist. And a maniacal robot bent on destruction. To save humanity, a new batch of robots is implanted with the brain scans of heroic World War II veterans, giving rise to an oil-swilling, crawling, robotic dirty dozen. Robocalypse! Coming soon to a handheld near you.
Up next, we preview FIFA Street 3, the soccer game that cuts out all the boring parts and gets straight to the action. Stay with us.
X-Play, one of iTunes' best podcasts of 2007.
Oma, welcome back and enjoy this X-Play replay. On today's show, we reviewed Sins of a Solar Empire. This real-time strategy game allows you to dominate galaxies one planet at a time. While the game's steep learning curve and lack of a basic campaign mode are minuses, you'll find yourself addicted to the gameplay in no time. It got a 4 out of 5.
And we reviewed Savage 2 for the PC. While this game mixes in MMO elements with real-time strategy and first-person blasting, the sum of its parts doesn't succeed enough to really separate it from the competition. But despite its flaws, this game slays its way to 3 skulls out of 5.
That wraps us up for today, but tune in tomorrow for another all-new X-Play at 8 p.m. And on tomorrow's show, we revisit the snarkiest rabbit and dog private investigators around as we review the first few episodes of Sam & Max Season 2.
Then Kristen Holt has an orange box cheat that will keep you head crab free.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, hopefully that's not just the heads. Plus, with spring training around the corner, we put on our fanciest batting gloves for an exclusive hands-on demo of MLB 2K8. And we'll have more on the September 7th release date of Will Wright's highly anticipated score on tomorrow's gaming update. So September 7th.
Yeah, September 7th is going to be a good time.
I hope so. Granted, we're in February.
It's a long time away. We'll play it at, the same time we'll be playing Little Big Planet, probably.
Probably Little Big Planet. Maybe Duke Nukem Forever. StarCraft Ghost. Let's just throw that in there for good measure. All 4 of them are happening at the same time, and then the vortex will open up. And we'll be psyched to do it.
I got Sins of the Solar Empire for the next 6 months, so it's okay.
See, yeah, you could really play that for 6 months.
And stay tuned to G4 for 5 days of on-site coverage from gaming's first big event of the year, the Game Developers Conference, GDC 08. X-Play will bring you breaking news, highlights from the daily keynotes, exclusive interviews with gaming's biggest names.
We'll talk with Dennis Dyack, Peter Molyneux, Warren Spector, Bill Roper, and many, many more people. Catch all the inside information when X-Play presents GDC 08. It all starts next Monday night at 8, only on G4. So log on to g4tv.com/X-Play for info and updates.
You're watching the X-Play Weekend Edition.
And another X-Play starts right now. Really?